You're watching Marsha on VeroBuzzTV.com.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Marsha Littlejohn and this is Milt Thomas. And Milt, you know, I think it'd be fun for us to do a show together because when you talk about old Vero, all those wonderful things, and I got in so much trouble because last time you were on, I said something about pizza.
So now you're going to bring it up again.
No, but then I realized that was when I first came. It was a little tiny bit, and there was so much more. Oh, yeah. But you really, did you grow up here?
Well, I came here when I was 14.
All right, you did grow up here, all right.
But back then, when I came here, it was when the air was clean and sex was dirty.
Oh, he gets mad at me for saying what I say, and then I love it. This is why we need to do a show together. But no, this is so much fun because really you've seen so many changes here. Now, I just talked with Mike Redstone, and as you walked in and sat down, you said, no, I have a story to tell about the Redstone family. Mm-hmm. Can I ask you what it was?
Well, I can tell you the story.
Okay.
I write biographies.
Yes, you do.
And one of them I wrote was Irene Redstone. Uh-huh. And Irene Redstone, the Redstones were a pioneer family.
Yes, absolutely.
They've been here since 1911. And back then, you know, the school bus was a yellow Honda. The town was so small, you know.
Isn't that what the
head of the mafia was a Filipino. But she called me one day. I didn't know her, and she called me one day, and she said that I'd like to do a biography. I'd like to have you do a biography about the Redstone family. And I said, okay. And so she was living in Indian River Estates. Now, I didn't know much about her. I knew her name, but I knew Butch Redstone, Mike's father, who was here before. And well, anyway, she was 103 years old.
Oh my goodness.
And she wanted to do a story. She came to Vero Beach when she was 16 years old. That was 1925.
Oh.
And so I thought, this is great. I've never met anybody who's been an adult, basically, that far back in time.
Yeah.
So we had many sessions, and Irene was quite an unusual person. She graduated from Vero Beach High School, but she went to Miami, went to the University of Miami, became an attorney, and she was the first female to graduate from the University of Miami Law School.
And you're right. Now, I just want to interrupt for a moment because I want everyone to know this is what Milt Thomas does, among a lot of other things, but he writes autobiographies, biographies, life stories, and puts them in a book for your family. And that's why you know you've done all these interviews with this darling Irene Redstone. So, so go on now. She was the first
she was in the first class of women to graduate from law school at the University of Miami.
Wow.
And and then she stayed in Miami, and she practiced domestic law, family law, and she was the first family law attorney, female in Miami.
Really? Do you know, I'm almost feeling like I was so privileged just to have Mike Redstone sitting right here talking to me, and with you sitting over there, I had no idea that the Redstone family had that history, and what a wonderful opportunity. We're going to take a little break now and come back and continue the discussion about the Redstone family, because we're talking now throughout the world about how women have been set back. And in fact, that they aren't really allowed to do anything. They're not equal. They don't get the equal pay. Everybody's talking about that now. And we can tell you that Mrs. Redstone was one of the beginners.
She was ahead of her time.
Oh boy. Well, we will be right back with my very distinguished guest, Milt Thomas, talking about an old family of Vero Beach. Be with us.
Attention! This important message is for any American who is about to turn 65 years of age or older. Nation's Helpline has Medicare supplement insurance news that may benefit you, your family, or someone you know. Most Americans who are about to turn 65 years old know they need Medicare supplement insurance, even if they already have Medicare. The Nation's Helpline Medicare supplement team can guide you and help answer your Medicare questions. Call today.
Please call 800-632-2804.
Stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics.
in downtown Vero Beach. Owner Patty Callahan prints it all, from color and black and white copies to blueprints, banners, signs, prints of paintings, and fine art. Patty makes restorations and creates outstanding graphic designs. Call Patty at 770-1521 or stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics at 2345 14th Avenue. Stop by for all of your printing needs at Patty's Printing and Graphics, across from the old railroad station in downtown Vero Beach.
And we are indeed right back with Milt Thomas. He is the person who can write a life story about you and your family. And I've got to do this because let me tell you something. Once they're gone, and you can't get it from the horse's mouth.
That's how I got started doing
really?
this. Yeah, because my uncle was an author. He was actually, he's a chronicler of the American theater.
Oh.
And he's written biographies of many of the turn of the century, the last century stars. And so my family was in American theater before, so we haven't discussed that yet before.
No, we're going to talk about the Thomas family one of these days. But right now we're continuing on because we did have Mike Redstone on talking about recreation.
Right.
Little did I know that his I guess it would have been his grandmother or
no, it's a grand-aunt.
A great-aunt, but a member of the family, of the family who came here in 1911, you said, and she was the first female graduate of law school.
No, she didn't come in 1911. The Redstone family came in 1911.
Right. That's right.
She came in 1925.
That's right. Okay, and that was when she was about 14. And you say that then she went on to get her law degree at the University of Miami.
Right.
And was the first woman.
First woman and the first female attorney in Miami.
Wow.
Practicing
domestic law. And then what?
And then she, she stayed down there for her entire career. So she came back and visited here, but she practiced into her 80s.
Oh, wow.
And then she came back and she eventually went over to Indian River Estates. And so she wanted to tell the story. So some of the highlights, when she came here and she was 16 years old, there was one traffic light in town.
Oh.
And that was at what is now 14th Avenue and Route 60. Back then it was Seminole Avenue and Osceola Boulevard.
Oh, sure. And you can still find those when you're looking at some of the old maps and calls them that. Yeah. You think, where am I? Yeah.
So, and there were two churches in town. You were either a Baptist or a Methodist. And she determined which church to go to by the amount of activities they had for teenagers.
Oh, good.
So whenever a new pastor would come in, the kids would determine, all right, is this going to be fun? If not, then we're going to switch over to the Baptist church.
Oh, my God.
So she went back and forth, and she was one of 11 children. And one of them stayed back, was in college. They moved here from Olean, New York. And so in her family, 10 of them came down in a car, pulling a homemade trailer.
Oh, my golly.
And it took them about 6 weeks to get down here.
Now we're talking about the Redstone family. That's Mike Redstone that we all know and love, and he's the recreation director out there. But my golly, this story, so you sit there and you talk to someone like that, and we're talking about Irene Redstone.
103 years old.
103 years old. And is she still with us?
No.
All right, but you got that story set up, and think about what that family loves now to be able to do that. We're going to take a little break.
Right.
And then I want to talk, because I don't know if you're finished with that story about writing that particular biography, but I want to find out how you can write biographies for everybody and why it is so important. So when we come back, we're talking with Milt Thomas, and of course you all know him. He does write for, what do we call the newspaper?
Inside Vero.
Inside Vero. I have it on my website. I click it on just to see what you say, and then what they say, and what they say, and all the different discussions. But we have him right here on Buzz TV, so don't go away. We will be right back with Milt Thomas.
Now that health reform is law, you cannot be denied health insurance coverage, but you can pay too much.
As a single mom, I was convinced that we could not afford health insurance until I spoke to the people from ICANN, who told me that I qualified for a special enrollment and a subsidized rate. Now I get so much more for so much less.
Call now and get the ICANN mobile app free. So don't wait another minute. Call ICANN, get covered, save money.
The Furniture Man is a locally owned business that has served the needs of the community of Vero Beach and Indian River County for over 30 years. Here at the Furniture Man, we offer fine pieces to furnish each and every room of your home. Specializing in Floridian style, come browse our selection of bedroom, dining room, patio, and living room. Come explore over 10,000 square feet of showroom where you can find mattresses, recliners, sofas, dining, and more. Visit us at 673 US 1 in Vero Beach, Monday through Saturday for all of your furniture needs.
And we are indeed right back with Milt Thomas. We've been talking about you writing biographies, which of course is what you do for families. You sit down and you're talking about the Redstone family and this wonderful story of Irene Redstone, who lived to 103 years of age.
Well, no, she was 103 when I met her.
Oh my golly!
And so she had when she hired me to do this, she paid me in advance.
Oh, bless her heart.
Because she says, you know, I'm 103, so.
That is so cute. It's like not eating any green, not buying green tomatoes or something. What do you say? Yeah.
And so, yeah, so she wanted to make sure that that I got paid
for
this effort. So, so I started at 103, and her sister-in-law, who was much younger, she was in her 80s, also came by, and then she told me in an aside, she said, I wish she'd started doing this when she was 100.
Oh, I know. But she was really with it then, and she remembered everything. That's fabulous.
Yes, and she was still an attorney.
Oh my golly!
Her sight was gone. She had macular degeneration, and so she couldn't see very much, but she could tell stories.
With her, oh sure.
Yeah.
Now, is that what a biography is? When you're in there, and how long does it usually take you to write a story? Because we were just talking about this the other day when I saw something that was written in a newspaper and it had my mother's age incorrect. And so you think, I mean, as far as when she came to Melbourne, and you're thinking, those are the things that are history. So how important is it for someone to sit down right now before those people who know those stories pass away?
Right. Well, I started to tell you, it started with my father. My father was a big band musician.
Yes.
And and he used to tell stories about the different bands that he played with and the personnel. He knew all the personnel of every band that he played with.
You were with what, CBS?
Yeah, among others. Yeah. And Polygram Records. But so anyway, my uncle came, and my uncle was an author, and he wrote biographies about the American theater. And so we were listening to some stories from my father. This was around Christmas time one year, and he took me aside and he said, you know, Milt, you need to get these stories in writing. You need to sit down and interview your father while he's still here, because once he's gone, those stories are gone.
Absolutely.
So I started, after the first of the year, I started going over on a Saturday, and I'd sit down with my mother and father over lunch on Saturday, and I'd turn on the tape recorder, and they started talking. And I found out so many things that I didn't know. My father had a horrible childhood. He lived in 16 homes by the time he was 18 years old. And
you had no idea?
I had no idea. And because, you know, that generation usually doesn't talk very much. So anyway, I got all the information, and 6 months later he passed away. And so I was able to write the story and get it to my
so important,
you know, other people in the family.
How do people get in touch with you? We don't have much time left. How do people get in touch with you to make an arrangement to have you write about their family?
Well, okay, it's Milt Thomas, and you can just my phone number is 696-5710.
All right, and we'll hopefully
or
put
call
that on.
Marcia.
Yeah, call me. I'll find him. I can track him down. You know, I just pick up that newspaper and check him out all the time. We even went to Egypt together.
Yes, we did.
Absolutely, we had the best time. We did have our families with us, and it was just a fantastic.
Yeah, it wasn't just you and me.
No, this is
Sorry,
Buzz
Carl.
TV. Yeah, Carl, he was there too. But no, we've had a lot of fun over the years, and of course, wonderful things. And when I got home and I started reading about you and remembered that you were president of the music something with CBS.
Well, I was a vice president.
Okay, so see, I mean, his background is unbelievable. He can write your biography as well. Milt Thomas, give him a call, give me a call, I'll get you hooked up with him. In the meantime, thanks for watching Buzz TV. I'm Marcia Littlejohn.
See Arts in Depth with Barbara Hoffman, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 and 10 p.m.
Now that health reform is law, you cannot be denied health insurance coverage, but you can pay too much.
As a single mom, I was convinced that we could not afford health insurance until I spoke to the people from ICANN, who told me that I qualified for a special enrollment and a subsidized rate. Now I get so much more for so much less.
Call now and get the ICANN mobile app free. So don't wait another minute. Call ICANN, get covered, save money.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Marcia Littlejohn, and you are watching Buzz TV, and I am here with Stevario.
Hey.
Whoa, good to see you. You've been a busy guy.
Oh yeah, ever since my last appearance here on Buzz TV, I mean.
You mean people from all over the world are watching you now?
Phones ringing off the hook. You know, the younger kids won't understand that phrase since we don't have phones on the hook anymore.
Or they don't go off right in the middle of the day and that kind of thing. Yeah, but you know what? I love it because you are an artist, a producer, and of course you have a company called Super Smith Brothers, and it's
right.
S-M-I-T-H, and you have the cutest brother, and we want him to come here with you too.
Hey, Isaiah.
Yeah, I mean, you can watch us wherever you are. Incidentally, I think he's out of the state at this point.
You watch it online.
But you were here with John Walcott too.
That's right.
The Cloud Walker.
That's my sensei, my teacher.
Yeah, you do an awful lot with that. But you have something really exciting coming up because you have really kind of what we call an open mic. That always scares me. Tell me about that and what's happening.
All right, now this isn't your typical open mic. In this case, it's an open mic contest that is sponsored by Music Biz Docs. And so what we're doing is we're making artists their own independent business owners by giving them the prize of getting all the documents they would need, consultation and things in order to get their own independent label set up, because the music game has changed. And now the power's in the hand of the artist instead of having to depend on these larger labels thanks to social media. So we, our winner, they come in, they perform. It's determined by crowd participation. And so whoever brings out the biggest crowd to support them is most likely to win. And we post them up on our blog. And we're just trying to build an economy for artists here in Vero, the Treasure Coast areas.
Do you know, I love this because just recently talking with Kenneth George and this Treasure Coast, Treasure Coast Got Talent. And you know that all these people have so much talent, and yet they don't know how to get the word out.
It's very true. And then unfortunately, most of us as artists, musicians, we don't grow up in households with parents who have succeeded in their field. You know, if your parent's a teacher, they can show you how to become a teacher and things. But so now we're providing this resource, you know, for musicians like myself to be able to know what is the next step and how do I collect my royalties, you know.
Stevario, I want to ask you though, because I think the last time we were on, we talked a little bit about this. When did you get so involved in production, in talent, in music? And
oh boy. Yeah, when right before high school, I moved back to Georgia from here and found out that then Def Jam president Kevin Liles was our cousin during a family reunion. Never knew it, and just knowing that.
And who is he?
He's currently managing Trey Songz, huge singer, but he was the president of Def Jam Records back then.
Wow. What did that do to you when you?
Yeah, it just transformed me because like knowing that we had somebody like that in our family just gave me the drive to actually want to do it, and I knew I could actually achieve it. So yeah, that's where it all started, and ended up teaching myself everything because this is the beginning of the digital age for home music recording. So. Yeah.
Well, did you always love to listen to music, though? Did you have that in your heart?
Oh, yes, ever since I was little. And I'm surprised it was such a big surprise to everyone when I did go into music. I was taking piano lessons when I was little, and my mother, instead of just reading my nursery rhymes, she would do them as little raps and things, and then we'd go back and forth and make stuff up. So.
Do you know, I love this because, and I have to tell you, just last night, in watching some of the artists over there at Charter High School, and listening to the, oh my gosh, fantastic. And I saw Gary Miller, and I said, guess what? I'm going to be interviewing Dr. Brignoli, who is the executive director of our mental health association here, about the importance of music in the lives of children. We're going to be right back, continue our talk with this young man who has music in every cell in his body. We will be right back. Don't go away.
Stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics in downtown Vero Beach. Owner Patty Callahan prints it all, from color and black and white copies to blueprints, banners, signs, prints of paintings, and fine art. Patty makes restorations and creates outstanding graphic designs. Call Patty at 770-1521 or stop by Patty's Printing and Graphics at 2345 14th Avenue. Stop by for all of your printing needs at Patty's Printing and Graphics, across from the old railroad station in downtown Vero Beach.
And we are back indeed, as promised, and I'm here with Stevario. He is an artist, a producer, and the co-owner of the Super Smith Brothers. And we're going to get that Super Smith brother here the next time.
We got to.
Along with you. Absolutely. But I love it because you're having an open mic, and it's going to be, what does this say?
Oh, yes, that's going to be a contest.
Oh, a contest.
Oh, and it's going to be at the new Vero Social Club. It's formerly the Polish American Social Club on US 1. And then Amalia asked me to give out the info. I'll get that to you guys. But
okay, we'll put it on the bottom here. You can see how it is, because everybody knows where the Polish American Club was.
And if you want to rent
up on US 1.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just give her a call if you want to rent the place anytime.
Oh, all right. See, he's always selling. He's always doing that.
Gotta look out for my people.
But this is going to be an open mic, really, opportunity for everybody to come in and show their talent.
Show their talent. It's all genres. That's important to remember. Whoever runs it is the person who brings the crowd, really. Yeah. So it's up to you and your supporters at this point. Yeah.
See, I think that's wonderful, because I think what they're going to learn from you too, Stevario, as you say, how to present yourself, how to get where you want to go in life, because
and how to serve through what you do.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Right. That is so great. Now, I look down here. You have a health fair coming up?
Oh, yes, at Cloud Walker. Once again, I am an instructor at Cloud Walker. I'm teaching Tai Chi on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10:30 at the Cloud Walker
What is
place.
Tai Chi?
Tai Chi is all the smooth movement. It's an old form of martial arts that actually improves the health, and it can be used as combat, but it's down the line.
You just have to be a little faster with it, right?
Just a little faster.
A little faster. But I love it, because when you and Cloud Walker, John Holbrook, I think. Walcott. John Walcott. I was going to give him all sorts of names. When you all were here and you were talking about some of these movements, and I loved it because he said in many cases, when you do these wonderful movements and you do the Tai Chi and you do all of this, and it is not only mental, but if you have insomnia, you can get yourself
insomnia, arthritis, any number of panic attacks, any number of things that you can improve. We have one lady in my class who told me, like, within the past couple of weeks, it's improved her balance. You know, that's a big thing with our seniors.
Oh yes,
you
betcha.
I'm afraid of those falls, so it improves your balance. And
absolutely, and I love that though, because if it really calms you down a little bit. How wonderful for anyone getting ready to do any speaking.
Indeed.
You know, they do that, maybe that deep breathing or something like that.
Down. And we have the health fair coming up on November 13th. And I'll actually be speaking there about my new genre of music, unlock music, that is intended to heal and reprogram the mind for success.
Now wait a minute, unlock music.
Unlock music.
How do you do that?
Genre. Unlock music is characterized by including frequencies associated with healing, and it has positive affirmations in the lyrics, just medicine for the mind, things you can move to but then actually be healing at the same time.
Do you know what I hear? Now, we only have a minute on this segment, then we're going to come back in the last 4 segments, but everything you talk about and everything you exude is to do with thought.
Right.
And how you can control almost everything.
That's how we program the world, like through our subconscious. The conversation we have with ourselves is the conversation we have with the world, and we might as well make that a positive conversation.
Do you know, I love this because I just learned a little bit about your unconscious and your subconscious mind. They're 2 different things, and when you talk to your, well, it's a whole different story. We'll talk about that some other time. But right now we have Stevario. He's going to stay with us. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
The Furniture Man is a locally owned business that has served the needs of the community of Vero Beach and Indian River County for over 30 years. Here at the Furniture Man, we offer fine pieces to furnish each and every room of your home. Specializing in Floridian style, come browse our selection of bedroom, dining room, patio, and living room. Come explore over 10,000 square feet of showroom, where you can find mattresses, recliners, sofas, dining, and more. Visit us at 673 US 1 in Vero Beach, Monday through Saturday, for all of your furniture needs.
And as promised, we are right back here with Stevario, and of course he is I love to say this, he is the artist, producer, co-owner, and it is of the Super Smith Brothers. And as we promised, you're going to get your brother here?
I'm going to get him here. Isaiah, you got to come down here.
Yeah, okay, Isaiah, you got to come right here. Got to come here. But in the meantime, we all have this great opportunity to go to the social club, the Vero Social Club, and of course, this is where people can really use that open mic and get their talents out. And
then even if you don't have talents in your opinion, you could come out and have a good time. Bring your friends.
Absolutely, and you can listen to all these other people that are doing something. But a great opportunity for individuals who have that talent to have an opportunity to learn from you how to put it all together to get recognized.
And also to help them out, we're also going to feature them on a song with our artists that will be marketed on the radio internationally.
How terrific.
All that, so they can get a little start, get some royalty income coming in.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. See what, Stevario gives you all that opportunity. But I love it also because this Thirsty ink coming to Indian River County.
That's
what
right.
is
so,
that?
Yeah, so in case you notice my shirt, I'm wearing my Thirsty shirt. Thirsty is an organization that was started in Winston-Salem, North Carolina by my good friend Jasmine Stover. And we're bringing the program down here. They do amazing things for the kids up there and basically prepare young adults for success and for life, just life skills.
Oh, that's terrific.
They learn finances, horticulture, health, any number of things that will give them the tools they need in order to succeed when they get older. So, I mean, it's a natural mesh with what I do. And, you know, she's a good friend. Very inspirational to me, you know.
I love it because my best friend in all this world lives in Winston-Salem. When she's not in Highlands, absolutely, she's up there, and you know, I'm going to tell her about it. And
I'll let her know. Tell her to look for Jasmine and Thirsty. I'm going to tell her.
Thursday. I don't know if she's my age, so we'll. Can we go out to the Thirsty? What is it?
Thirsty Ink. It's, they're involved in the local community centers and schools.
But what's great is it's coming here.
It's coming here, so you don't have to travel as far.
Absolutely, absolutely. But now, what is this?
Oh, Parliament Funkadelic. So I have to.
I can't even pronounce it.
I have to talk about my family, my P-Funk family. George Clinton, legendary musician and the head of Parliament Funkadelic. He has some new projects coming out, and you know, I engineered for him and wrote and recorded with him for several years. And they have the Shake the Gate. They sent me a text here. Let me go ahead and make sure I get it right. Barry says, G, that's George, is in the lab working on the new Parliament, and we have an exclusive vinyl release coming up called Shake the Gate Version Excursion for Record Store Day Black Friday.
Now wait a minute, can we Google something and find that?
Oh yeah.
What is it, Nick? What is it called?
So look up George Clinton. I'm sure you'll find your way to it.
George Clinton, I think that's a well-known name.
Oh yeah,
it?
oh yeah.
Whoa. I mean, this is what is so exciting about Buzz TV. You get to meet someone I would never have known.
Would have never known. I have so many hats.
And all these things, but don't forget now the first event that we want to make sure that we can all start out, and that's at the Vero Social Club.
Open mic. Make sure you come. We have industry people coming through. Shout out to DJ DA. He's been a big help. And,
wow.
Yeah.
And the Vero Social Club is the former Polish-American club, so everybody knows where that is. Just Google it, and don't forget Tai Chi, the health fair, the Cloud Walker in November. Got to get you back. And and Thirsty. That is, listen to that. That is so cool.
Be thirsty for knowledge and success.
Thirsty for knowledge and success, and that is exactly what Stevario does for all of you. What a great opportunity. You're not going to miss that event. Incidentally, that is on, when is the social mic?
That will be October 16th, Friday, October 16th, and every Friday after that. So if you don't get a chance to perform that Friday, come the next week until you win.
Oh boy, oh boy, there is talent in this world. I want to thank you so very much. Next time I want you to come and sing for us or play for us. Or,
yeah. So that week of the health fair, actually my project drops on 11/11. That'll be the full Manifest CD. I dropped the single last time I was here.
There you go.
We have a full project.
There you go. Got to wrap this up, but he is fantastic. Hope you've enjoyed this. You have been watching Buzz TV. I am Marcia Littlejohn.
Advertise your business on Buzz TV. Email buzztvnetwork@gmail.com or call 772-777-1382.